Hey everyone, my name is YK and I'm a YouTuber and a developer advocate. But today I'm guest hosting this video for daily.dev. Now, the reason I reached out to daily.dev for this particular project is because I really like the product. It's really simple and well designed, and it's really designed to be the home feed for any developers. And the nice thing about it is that you can choose tags for different topics so that you see the kinds of articles you'd be interested in, and you can look at most upvoted section 2 if you want to see if you want to catch up on like the last week's most popular articles or last month and so on. And this article that I'm going to feature with the author today is called 17 Killer Websites for Web Developers. It's one of the most upvoted on this site, and I talked to the author, Harsh, and I asked him to walk me through this article and basically explain what these websites are. So let's get started.
So the first website which I had mentioned is about Unsplash API for images. There is a developer API. So every time you want to get an image, what happens is there is a problem of you downloading the image from the Google and then importing it locally onto the machine. So instead of doing that, Unsplash provides an API which can directly do those things. So here are some of the examples. So yes, so basically what happens is I import this URLs within our code base. So whenever I'm working with sample projects where we need to display a placeholder image, as we are not sure of what image needs to be shown. So the best thing I do is I try to get some of the sample images from here and paste it directly there, so that I don't need to keep that on local machine. So the second one is about the Notion embed. So here I think most of people are using Notion nowadays. But the good thing about Notion is you can also embed different URLs in the different widgets into the Notion document. So these are the different embeds which you get. So each of them has a setup process. So if you copy this link, so they have this standard process to follow, and once you embed, you would be able to see the calendar block within the Notion. So similarly, there are different widgets. If you are using Notion heavily, then you would like this sites, because there are a lot of different integrations of the different tools which Notion is not providing by default, but this third party integration makes it possible to actually use these embeds on your Notion document. One is about the turning HTML code into Notion embed URL. So I wanted to embed my custom HTML in the Notion. So this block was useful. The Google calendars, where I can get the details about it and managing. So basically, this is like an advanced version of Google Doc. So in case of Google Doc, there is limitations where you cannot embed all the different live data integration. But with this, in case of Notion, you just can put the URL and it always fetches the live data. So that is how this is useful, in terms of getting the data. The next one on the list is Carbon. So I think most of them might be familiar with this. So whenever we want to share the code snippet with anyone, so usually what we do is we just send them the code. But I think this is a better representation, where you can share the image of the source code. So you can type in the code, and it could be in any format. So these are the different themes. So these are basically more or less similar to VS Code themes, where you get to see different themes. Then there is a language. You can choose the language which the code snippet belongs to. That is CSS, the GraphQL, Go, HTML, JavaScript, and so on. And there are some additional configurations or changes they support. That is, you can change the color, you can change the font type, window type, and all those things. And good thing about this is you can export this as whichever format you want, the PNG, SVG, the size, and also you can tweet directly from here. So this snippet is handy when you want to post your code snippet in any blog or on social media sites, so that the people can better visualize this and relate to. So the main use case is to share the code snippet. uh, you know in an interactive manner. I think the next on the list is paper type. So in case of paper type AI, what it is an AI tool. So with AI tool, you can generate a lot of different things. As you can see here, blog ideas, blog topics, SEO, optimized meta tags, the content, auto generated content, conclusion, and all those things. So sometimes what happens is web developers might find it difficult to keep on writing the things which are good in terms of copywriting. So I use these tools to generate headline titles, as it says, website copies, sub copies, and all those things. So basically this is like to rewrite the sentences with AI and automatically generate the content with the power of AI. So this is something which I have been using, and I found it very useful because I don't have to spend more time in deciding on what things to be. If I have some basic idea of what I want to write, it can auto help me generate the content. So this is something which I have been using, and I found it useful because most of the developers are maybe not everyone is good at copywriting and all those things, but this would definitely help developer become a copywriter instantly. Next is something which I had used for one of my landing pages. So it is nothing but you can show the tweet preview here. So you just have to enter the tweet URL, and it will generate the preview. So for example, if I open 17, the thread which I had written for this, sorry. So here, if I copy this link and paste it here, it will automatically show me the previews, the likes, and replies, and all those things, and I can customize them, change if I want to hide the response, don't show, copy this. So I had used this as a testimonial. So let's assume that someone has given a good comment on social media, on tweet or on reply. So I had used this as a testimonials images. So I had created a carousel of this particular images. So this is a good thing to this tool can be used as showcasing testimonials for your products, or wherever you have got compliments on. So that is how I used it. But lot many people are using this as a different way, where you can showcase your tweet or showcase your content in a better manner. Then the next one is weekly report from Clearview. So Clearbit. So it is nothing but what it does is it gives you interface, like it gives you details about the different people who have visited your website with some additional insights like company name, country name, employees, industry, the visits, what were the top pages they visited. So it is just a code snippet which we need to put it on our website, and it will just give you some additional insights about this. So this is how I had used it on my website to figure out from where which companies from the globe are visiting my website, and how they are interacting, what are the top pages. So this this information is not easily available with the analytics tools we use, because analytics tools only gives us the name of the country or something. But if you want to go dive deeper, like which company or which industry that particular visitor belongs to, then this tool is something which is useful. The next one is about the smart mockups. So in case of smart mockups, what happens is you can create stunning mockups by just adding the image. So for example, if a lot of web developers are launching their own ebooks and magazines, sorry, ebooks. So what you can do is there are a lot of different templates available. So all you need to do is just replace the image, and you will get the mockup by its own. You don't have to do much rework. So this tool is useful to promote your info products, because lot many developers are coming up with their own ebook ideas and so on. So I had used this for multiple info product launch, and not only for the product launch, but there are a lot of different samples. So even if you want to showcase a screenshot of your website, or if you want to showcase it on different platforms like laptop, desktop, and all those things, so you can just take a screenshot and replace it in the placeholder image here. So this is how I had used it for multiple projects. The next one is about the small dev tools. So in small dev tools, the thing is, uh, all the functions which are handy for the web developers are at one place, so you don't have to go to different places. For example, if I want to generate the lorem ipsum text, then I can directly generate the text. Then there are JSON decoder, JSON formatter. So these are all the different functions, compressions, and all those things which are actually uh, needed by the developer, and usually developer needs to go at multiple places to handle this. So all the information is available at one place with this tool. So this is how it is handy. Then this is just for fun, which I had done is like many of the websites have this content written, that is in the console. If you see, there are sometimes of fancy fonts and which there is some message written. So I found this good library which helps you like present the data in that particular format. That is, usually it is called fig font in JavaScript. So this is a npm package which helps you, like whatever input you give you, it can help you generate this kind of output, and this can then finally be shown on the console. So this is one handy utility which I found. So this is just for fun. There is nothing more things, but usually what happens is sometimes many of them likes to show some of the warning message or some of the welcome message on the console, and this could be a good way to stand out from the ordinary console messages. Then the next utility or the website which I have is TypeScale. So here what happens is you can get all the permutation and combinations of the font. How does the things look like the different font families, the font weight. If you want to do the conversion between EM, REM, and so on, so you get to see all the conversations here. So I can add my custom font. So it is like a typography for my complete website, where I can visualize what are the different types of fonts, what are the things, and finally it helps me grab this entire code snippet, so that all I need to do is just copy paste this things and it is ready to go. So basically it helps me in saving my time by visualizing the things, and as well as there is fonts from Google Fonts. So instead of you going to Google Fonts and picking the things, you can directly get everything from here and just copy the code snippet and it should work. So it is basically to visualize the different typography, different line height, if you are not sure how much size should be kept. So this tool just helps you with the visual representation, and then you can choose and select the fonts which you like. Then this is another utility which many of them might find it useful. That is, it clears the background picture. So right now the original picture is like this. If you want to remove the background, you just upload the picture in this particular app, and it will return you only the proper image of that particular person. So sometimes what happens is you need to have an image on the website, and there is no graphic designer in place, or you don't have that skills where you can Photoshop the particular photo to remove and extract the image which is required. So this tool helps you to automatically remove the background. So here is a great representation. So initially it is like this, and so basically, what happens is sometimes in the Teams section or on the websites where you want to keep the pictures, but you don't want the background. So you want your own background. So in that case, you can use this particular site to remove the background from the images. So the next tool is responsively. In case of responsively, what happens is it allows you to as shown in the screenshot, you can see there are a lot of different devices: iPhone, Pixel, Nexus. So if you are developing a responsive website and you want to test it on different devices, then this is something which is super handy out of the box, because you just have to enter the website name and it will render the different resolution images. And once you scroll, what happens is it will scroll through all the devices at once, so you can test the different sections at once on different resolutions and try to fix it, the responsive behavior. Otherwise, the normal way of fixing the responsive is you resize the browser and test, but this is a more efficient way where you can have the responsive behavior tested at once. Then the next is about the meta tags. So in case of meta tags, what happens is sometimes you need to have a better image representation where you need the OG tag, the OG description, and all those things when you share the website. So in order to customize this, there is a site called meta tag where you can upload the details and have a preview of how, if someone has shared your website on Google, Facebook, or different platforms, how the description, image, and all those things would look like. And also it gives you interface where you can directly copy that particular code, and if you paste that particular code, then it will automatically generate this visual representation, so you don't have to need. It is basically a code builder where you just provide the details, and in return it will provide you the HTML snippet which needs to be added in your code base. Then the next one, which is very handy for all the developers out there, is uh, a tool called README, where you, instead of writing the things, because MD file has its own format, so it's difficult to keep track of what are the different syntax to keep like make the font bold or create a hyperlink and so on. But with this tool, what happens is it is a visual effect where you drag and drop the things, like click on the title, the description. So basically you will be able to use the different features out of the box, and then finally download the MD file so that you can use it wherever you want. So basically you don't need to remember the MD format, syntax, how the things are, because everything can be built visually. Storytel is the next tool where it provides high class illustrations for your website. So there are different icons, illustrations which you see here, and you can download it and use it on your website. There are a lot of different categories. I especially use it for 404 page, because whenever I develop a new website, if I want a 404 page illustration, I get it from here and use those things. So you can use it like wherever you want, wherever there is a need for illustration. The next one is about profile picture maker, where this tool is more or less similar to remove background, where the background is automatically removed. In this case as well, the background of the image is removed, but you can also have a visual layer. So there are different avatars background which you can select. So once you upload the image, you get different options for each of them, and whichever you like you can pick and customize it with different backgrounds, filters, and so on. So this tool I have especially used for the team section, as I mentioned earlier. Like if I want to have a proper color format or proper background for the image, you can directly grab the image from here instead of going to the designer and getting all the things edited. This is about the profile picture, and the last one is about the Sigma OS. So Sigma OS is nothing but it helps you aggregate all the things together. So if I show you the screenshot, I think you will. So it is a browser kind of thing, but you get to use different utilities as well. So there is a site tab where you can use the different sites, content, and everything. So with one particular browser, you can have all the content listed, and it becomes easy to access this thing. But right now this platform, as far as I know, is only available for Mac OS, and I'm not sure if the Windows support is yet out there, but it becomes easy to access. And the good thing about it is, if you are using at multiple devices, the same data or the same pages content is synced between the devices, so it becomes easy for you to not keep track of all those things.
Okay, if you like this video, make sure to subscribe for more videos in the future. If you could turn on the notification, that will be very helpful as well. And of course, make sure to check out daily.dev if you haven't yet, for more cool and interesting articles just like this one. Anyway, thank you for watching this video, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one.